In mining and in construction, suicide rates are extremely high. They are way higher than the average of anywhere else in any other industry. And an industry that I'm from, which is fitting background, fitters have got the highest rate in construction of suicide. So
the member for Hunter.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I rise to speak on World Suicide Prevention Day, which was held last Sunday. For most of us, Sunday was just like any other day. Many people in my electorate were either at Hunter Stadium or glued to the TV watching the Knights get home in a nail-biter against the Raiders. But for the families and friends of the 3,000 Australians who die by suicide each year, it was a day of reflection and remembering. A day of global significance that reminds us of the profound importance of addressing one of the most pressing public health challenges of our time, suicide. Today, when we come together to raise awareness, promote understanding and take concrete steps towards preventing the tragedy of suicide that affects millions of lives worldwide. Suicide is a deeply complex and often misunderstood issue. It doesn't discriminate based on age, gender, race, socioeconomic status. It affects people from all walks of life and the pain it inflicts upon families, communities and society as a whole. However, today is not just about acknowledging the grim statistics or dwelling on the sorrow it brings. It's also about hope, resilience and the power of collective action. The theme of this year's World Suicide Prevention Day is creating hope through action. It serves as a powerful reminder that each one of us, in our own way, has the capacity to make a positive impact on the lives of those who may be struggling. It's a call to action, urging us to step up, connect and reach out to those who need support. One of the key actions we could take is to break the silence surrounding mental health and suicide. Stigma and discrimination continue to be formidable barriers that prevent individuals from seeking help. We must challenge the societal norms that contribute to the stigma and encourage open conversation about mental health. By doing so, we create a culture where seeking help for mental health issues is seen as a sign of strength, not a sign of weakness. Education, Deputy Speaker, plays a vital role in suicide prevention. We must educate ourselves and others about the warning signs of suicide so we can recognise someone who is in distress. Common signs include social withdrawal, changes in behaviour or mood, talking about feeling hopeless or a burden, and giving away possessions. When we know what to look for, we are better equipped to intervene and offer support. But education should not stop there, Deputy Speaker, at the recognising signs. We must also be aware of the available resources and encourage people to seek professional help when needed. Mental health professionals, crisis hotlines and support groups can be lifelines for those struggling with suicidal thoughts. Let us ensure that these resources are accessible and known to all, regardless of their background or location. Creating hope through action also means fostering a sense of belonging and connectedness. Loneliness and isolation can contribute to the feeling of despair. We must make an effort to reach out to family, friends, acquaintances, especially when we notice that they may be going through a difficult time. Sometimes a simple conversation or a small act of kindness can make a real big difference in their lives and often save a life. In addition to individual actions, governments and organisations have a critical role to play in suicide prevention. Adequate funding and resources should be allocated to the mental health services and programs. These resources can help reduce wait times for treatment, improve the quality in care and ensure that mental health services are accessible to all, regardless of their financial situation. Furthermore, addressing the root cause of suicide is essential. Economic hardship, social inequality, discrimination, and access to lethal means are factors that can contribute to suicide rates. As a society, we must work towards creating a more equitable and inclusive world where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. Preventing suicide is a global endeavour, and it requires collaboration on an international scale by sharing the best practices, conducting the best research, and raising the best awareness. We can learn from each other and develop more effective strategies for suicide prevention. Organisations like the World Health Organisation and the International Association for Suicide Prevention are at the forefront of these efforts. Now let's take a moment to remember those we have lost to suicide. Each life has been cut short is a reminder of the urgency of our mission. We owe it to them to work tirelessly to prevent others from experiencing the same pain and despair. Nobody in this House, Deputy Speaker, would not have been affected by suicide. I myself have. My fantastic cousin, Anne-Marie, she committed suicide years ago. I remember the great times that Anne-Marie and I had as growing up as kids. She was about 10 years older than me, and she was a beautiful, beautiful girl. Her birthday would have been the 5th of August. So wherever you are, Anne-Marie, in this world, I hope you had a great day. World Suicide Prevention Day is a day to remember, reflect and take action. It's a day to create hope through our collective efforts. Together, we can break the stigma surrounding mental health, educate ourselves and others, and reach out to those in need and advocate for better mental health services and policies. Let us leave here today with a renewed commitment to making a difference in the lives of those who may be struggling. Let us pledge to be compassionate, to be empathetic and to be there for one another. Together we can create a world where hope triumphs over despair and where every life is valued and protected. I also just want to have a big shout out to Chris Lockwood and his team from Mates. Mates in mining and Mates in construction have saved, I would hate to imagine how many lives they've saved in this period of time since they've been going. I've been dealing with Mates since early 2010 and 2012 area there, and they are a profoundly experienced group of people who are doing great things. In mining and in construction, suicide rates are extremely high. They are way higher than the average of anywhere else in any other industry. And an industry that I'm from, which is fitting background, fitters have got the highest rate in construction of suicide. So just if you're out there, anyone who is struggling out there, please make sure you reach out to your mates next to you, to your work colleagues, to your family, to your friends. No one wants to see you not be here tomorrow. We all want to make sure that you're here. We all want to make sure that we can all grow old together. Thank you, Speaker.